All right, Moses joining the desk. First look at sports, and of course it's the biggest sports stories in our region, around our region, and we are of course talking chuck wagons.
Of course, the GMC Rangeland Derby in Calgary, the #1 spot. That'll be until the Colonial Chucks. But first, we got to get to this, and a great story from the CPCA drivers. They began the heat with lightning speed. And we'll start off with Jamie Labicane and Les McIntyre with the call.
There's a horn in the charge. Is a quick one right across the board. Jamie Labicane clean. Harbour's clean out of town, but he's got Jason Johnstone and Colt Cosgrave right in behind him, and Mark Sutherland desperately trying to hang on to that rail with Petro West, but he'll be trailing the pack as Jamie Labicane takes that diamond chuck wagon around the turns with his clean Harbour's chuck wagon. One outrider's already right alongside of him. That looks good. Then you go to Reg Johnstone with Jason doing the driving. Mark Sutherland passing him.
Jamie Labicane on barrel 4 takes the rail. He has a healthy lead heading into the final turns and is on his way to the ride of his career.
The louder you cheer, the quicker he'll get here. Jamie Labicane, clean Harbours. Here comes Mark Sutherland with a mad dash to the wire, but this one's all clean. Harbours, that is. Jamie Labicane by a length and a half.
Labicane with the track record at the Stampede with a 1:11.10. The guy was unstoppable, or so we thought. Of course, the record was broken in the 4th, then again in the 5th heat, thanks to another fellow CPCA driver.
There's a horn, and the charge is underway, and a nice cut for Mike Vegan and his national motor coach right out alongside of Wayne Knight and Weatherford as they duel it out, with Mike Vegan taking the early lead and Wayne Knight taking the rail with Weatherford.
Knight holds on to the tight rail as he starts off in the secondary position, but the St. Walburg man makes his move and doesn't look back.
Is southbound and down, and here comes Troy Dorchester from the backside. Too little, too late. It will be Wayne Knight at the wire.
After dropping 9 spots to 12th in the aggregate after day 4, Knight sets the Rangeland Derby track record with a 1:10.42, setting up nicely for a top 8 spot.
It was a good run tonight. Quite a change from last night. I was a little disappointed in the boys. Sure hope things keep going, but you know, every day you're working with a different personality, so hopefully today's they're keep working this way.
What a night for Wayne Knight. How about that, right? He makes up for that poor run, like we said, in day 4. Meanwhile, Rick Fraser in second, or at the second best time, with a 1:10.65, rounding up the top 5 for the day. Lane McGilvery, Kurt Bensmiller, and, of course, Jamie Labicane. Now we'll take a look at the aggregate standings after the 5 days of racing. Kurt Bensmiller remains on top. Jason Glass drops to second. Ray Mitsuing holding on strong as he continues to occupy 5th place. Now the top 8 qualify for semifinal Saturday, and Knight's performance has him just 1/10 of a second behind Jordy Fike for that final semifinal spot, setting up a great night of racing tonight. To the NSRBL now, the Macklin Lakers visiting the Lloydminster Twins. The Lakers holding on to the final playoff spot. Meanwhile, the Lloydminster Twins sit atop of the standings, punching their ticket to the postseason a few games ago. Now, for this one, the Bats were alive right off the top, scoring 8 in the first, or 6 in the first, 2 more in the second, making it 8-0 now. Bottom of the 3rd, bases juice. Troy Winterholt, he singles to bring in a run. The assault just kept on coming. Phil Jasowski, he finds a hole in left. In comes Cole Kostaski, making it 11-0 in the 5th. The Twins add one more. Definitely a night to forget for Macklin. The Twins convincingly win 12-0 after losing their first game of the season last week. The guys say it was a wake-up call and quite a lesson, as the score indicates.
We wanted to come out fired up and basically look at these games as playoff time right now and not piss around. And the boys have came to the park to play, and it's good to see the bats are rolling, the guys are playing good defense, and then the pitching's been solid. So hopefully we can keep moving like this on Thursday against Standard Hill, and we'll be sitting how we want to be in playoffs.
Now the Northwest Prairie Pirates sailed into Unity for a pair of makeup games against the Saskatoon Diamondbacks. Now in the first contest, Rhett Fieser was on the mound for the Prairie Bucks, playing in front of his hometown crowd. The Pirates do take it 4-1. In the second contest, the D-backs earn a split with a 12-0 win. The Lloydminster Twins just keep on winning. Their secret, timely hitting and, of course, solid pitching. Led by the league leader in wins, Chris Osmak, the newcomer has proved to be a huge addition for the Twinkies. Matt Schumont has more.
Playing the majority of his baseball in Moose Jaw and Watrous, Chris Osmak moved to the border city for work. Looking for a team to play for upon arrival, Osmak landed on the Twins through some family ties.
My girlfriend's uncle actually works with Dirk, and I was asking him if he knew anyone who was looking for a player, and he gave me Dirk's number and just kind of rolled from there. Went to the first couple practices, and they said they wanted me to stick on with the team.
He's been a huge addition for the team. A real nice surprise. We didn't really know that we had him until we started going out in the gym there about a month before the season, or 2 weeks before the season started, basically. So.
In 5 starts, Osmak is a perfect 5-0 with an ERA under 1 and has given the Twins pitching staff a huge shot in the arm.
Honestly, I have no clue. I mean, I didn't pitch this well with Bruno the last couple of years. Obviously it wasn't terrible by any means, but maybe there's a bit of an unknown factor. I don't know.
After his first start of the year, the way he pitched against Meadow Lake there, Meadow Lake's one of arguably the best offensive team in the league probably, so the way he shut them down that night, then we've been real confident anytime he's taken the hill, and he just keeps getting better and better as the year's going on.
Now with the playoffs approaching, the Twins once again look to be the favorites to win their 6th consecutive NSRBL title. Osmak says he would like nothing more than to win a championship in his first year with the Twinkies.
Definitely be nice to get that patch on the warm-up jackets. Haven't won a title in a few years, so definitely not really used to it. I think the last title I won was last year midget with Watrous, so it'll be definitely be nice to at least compete for the title.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
Sticking with baseball, the Bantam AA Twins have had their shares of ups and downs this season, but the veteran group hope to turn things around ahead of provincials.
Right there, on the run, going. Over in, Grover.
We've been working hard all year for one goal and one common goal amongst the team, and that's to get the Munster and win provincials.
The Bantam AA Twins certainly have high hopes of capturing a provincial title, but first they'll have to look to break out of a recent slump. And to do that, the Twins will face some tough opposition in a tune-up tournament this weekend.
We'll see some really good pitching at a AAA tournament there, and then after the weekend after that, we're definitely off the Munster with high hopes of peaking right then.
I think we're a little low. We've been in a little slump, so we just need to have a little meeting, get all pumped up.
Sometimes defensively we can make a couple errors and stuff, but I think we'll get back on track.
The roster is full of second-year veterans trying to lead by example.
Just at practice right now, just improving our skills and coming to the tournaments and being prepared to play and then come to provincials and do what we're doing best.
I think we have a really strong defense, and our offense, we are really good hitters. We just need to work on getting the bat and the ball and start getting more lucky.
An emphasis their coach has pushed throughout the year.
Because we have a lot of second years, we're focusing more on trying to hit the ball more so than defense. Even though defense wins you games, I understand that, but there are already a lot of natural athletes, so we can focus more on one side than the other.
The Twins head to Saskatoon for a AAA wood bat tournament beginning Friday.
Now, before we leave you tonight, the Junior B lacrosse playoffs begin. The Vermilion Roar head to Bonnyville to take on the Lakeland Heat. RJ Lalonde is the location. 7:30 is when the game will start.